Hello everyone, my name is Sophie, and welcome to a new episode of the Book Hater Club podcast, number 9. Yay! Can you tell what's different? Can you fucking tell? Yeah, I'm on a new camera. I'm on my new camera, and I can see myself. I posted it on my Instagram already, and I've had this for like a week now, a week and a half, and I'm so excited about it. And if you can hear any chirping in the back or any sound in the back, I'm so sorry. I have a gecko, and I bought the wrong crickets. I bought the really loud ones, and there's no way for me to change the situation right now. So that's me, if you're concerned, but I'm sorry, okay? And also my fan is on because it's really hot, and I hope you can't hear that. So we have double audio going on. I'm recording with my microphone, that's right here. And I'm recording with the camera audio because it's a vlogging camera, and so theoretically, I don't need a microphone anymore, but I just got this new microphone, so then I would feel bad. And also, I was just thinking that I would record my videos where I'm just sitting here at my desk on my old camera, which I can now show you. It's right here on the big cam. This is the one I was using before. This is like super old. Super old. I don't know how old it is, like 10, 12? 15? I don't know, we're just getting older. But we've had this for a while, and this is what I was recording on the whole time. And it's a good camera, it's really good, but I think it's more of like a photography camera. And so I don't really know why we have it, because we're not doing any photography. My dad bought it like 10 years ago, so shout out to my dad, but I just don't know why. Alas, I was thinking that I would just try out filming on my new camera, because since it is a vlogging camera, the screen, I can see myself. I can flip the screen around and look at myself, which I cannot do on this camera. This can only, for some reason, I don't know why it can do this. Why is that the range of motion? Someone explain that to me. I don't know, but I can't flip it around to look at myself. But I feel kind of bad if I don't use it anymore, because it did serve me well. But that's just how life goes. I can give it back to my dad, maybe. Maybe he'll be thankful. But how do you like the camera? How do I look? I'm still trying to figure out the settings, and the whole angle is also different, I think. It looks way wider now. And so, I don't know, I'm just trying, you know, I'm just trying it out. We're learning together, bear with me. I hope you can still see the sign, the Book Hater Club sign. I think you can, but yes, you can. Oh my god, look at I look so crisp. I look so crisp, right? And I just want to tell everyone, I have been going through it the past few days. Last night, actually, I was up until 4 a.m. crying. Even the crickets are quiet. They're like, okay, girl, are you okay? No, I'm not. And I don't know why. I'm actually a super sensitive person, and so, I cry very easily, actually. So I don't know what happened to me yesterday. I just cried myself to sleep at like 4 a.m. And what I was doing up until 4 a.m. was I started The Summer I Turned Pretty, which is something that I haven't watched before. So I started with season 1. Season 2 is currently releasing. And as we're speaking, I think the last episode of the season is coming out tomorrow, and it's 11 p.m. right now, so in an hour. I don't know if they have set release times like anime episodes or not, but I started watching that yesterday, and I'm on the last episode of season 2 now, and that just happens when I'm not doing good. I start binging something, you know, and there's not necessarily a reason for that. Sometimes what I was trying to say was, sometimes you just need a good cry, you know, and that's why I don't understand people who say, oh, I never cry, I'm like so tough, I never. Sometimes you just have to cry, you just have to let it out, and now I feel better. I think I haven't cried today. Well, I did theoretically, but, or technically, I don't really know the words, but what I wanted to say was, this camera has a feature that is called smooth skin. So I still don't know all of the settings, right? But it has a, that's something I figured out really quickly, is that you could put on smooth skin, and so my skin looks very smooth. I don't know if it looks like unnaturally smooth, but this is like, I see myself in the screen, and that's not what I look like in real life. I have pimples, right? And a lot of pores. Sadly, I have really big pores, and you can't really get rid of big pores once they're there. It's something I learned very young. But that's why we're doing some skincare. So grab your favorite pair of eye patches. This is the one I'm using. Why is it not focusing? Wait, I can't focus it. Right? I love it because I feel like a fucking YouTuber back in 2012, the ones that I was watching, whenever they would hold stuff to the camera and it would focus automatically. How fucking slay is that? I feel so great. And so we're using some eye patches, some under eye patches, because I went to bed so late and then I got up early-ish, and so, you know, we gotta make ourselves feel better. But yeah. What else did I want to say before we talk about today's topics? Oh, I put them out wrong. Anyway, what else did I want to say? I wanted to talk about something great. I'm super well prepared. Yeah, do you notice a difference? Oh, my reading vlog. Yes, I talked about this on my Instagram too. My Instagram is @HonestlySophieYT if you want to follow me on there. I talked about my last read, which is also the topic of today's podcast episode. You're gonna just get 3 videos basically about this, so if you really don't care about this, I'm so sorry, right? But different content is coming. Since I have this camera now, I can film reading vlogs, which I think is really slay, and also I can continue filming my Throne of Glass video, which I have already started back up, because I filmed for like, I checked my footage and I filmed on my phone before, right? Because there was just no other way for me to film, but since this camera has a microphone now and is just so great and I can see myself, I can film on this camera. And so the big part, or the big issue now, is not necessarily filming, but editing that whole thing, because it's gonna be, I don't know how long, like 5 hours long. Peace and love, you know, my first Throne of Glass video. I've used these before. I always put them too high up. They're in my eye. I don't know how to use them properly. Just do it for the vibe. I know these don't really do anything, realistically. And they don't smell like coconut. But anyway, limited edition, you know. Whenever something's limited edition, I have to buy it. They really get me with the limited edition. I'm a sucker for that. But the Throne of Glass video, I started filming it and I have like, it's a part 2. So the first video was about the first 3 books and the last one was gonna be about the last 3, excluding Tower of Dawn, because I'm not gonna be talking about that. Peace and love. I fucking hated that book. Well, it actually was good once you got into it. It wasn't that bad, but as far as I remember, but I didn't reread it, so my notes are not about that. And so about the last 3 books, it's gonna be the part 2. That was a very German sentence structure of me. I'm sorry. That's not how you speak English. And I started filming already on this camera, and it's so slay that I can finally do this. And I filmed the first, I think there's like 1/3 left of Queen of Shadows. That's how far I filmed. So the first 2/3, obviously, first 2/3, bitch, about Queen of Shadows, I already had recorded. And that was like a year ago when I recorded it. And then it's just like a cut to me now. And I was so skinny back then. It's just a cut to me now. And I'm just, it's like a completely different person. No, it's not. It's not that bad, but I think it's gonna be really funny when you watch it, or maybe you're not gonna watch it and you're gonna see it, but you should. And so I don't know when that's coming, but it's in the works now officially. Like, I picked it back up after all the promise. I think this was a bad idea. These are like slipping out of my fucking face because I'm so sweaty, but it's been really hot in Germany. I don't know about other European countries, probably also, but I've just been really in my bubble, so I don't know anything about anything at the moment, which is good because now I'm sitting here and I'm filming a podcast episode. So, this summer I turned pretty, in case anyone wants to know my opinion on that. I don't have one, okay? Peace and love. I'm so glad. I'm so happy I can still consume certain media, like movies and TV shows and whatever, without being judgmental. Because with books, even if I read them for my own enjoyment, I can't anymore. I judge them the way I judge the books that I review for you guys. And so that's kind of ruined the fun in just turning off your brain and consuming things, which I think is a lot of what people normally do, you know? They don't critically review things, which is fine, obviously, to each their own. But the summer I turned pretty. I don't have any opinions on it. I don't want to give any opinions on it. I just want to watch it. You know, I just want to watch it and be silly. But I do have to say, whenever certain characters come on that I don't care about, I just skip forward, because I don't care about the fucking plot line. Peace and love. Like, the fucking brother and the best friend, I don't care about them. This is sliding off my face. I feel so silly. Anyway, So I don't have any opinion if you were like, can you recommend it? No, I don't know. I don't know how you review shows critically. That's not, I haven't evolved to that level yet. Movies are already starting to be a little bit difficult for me. I get very annoyed at movies. But shows, that's still a step up for me because there's so much with shows, so much content, so I'm not going to make a review on that. I'm sorry. Go watch it if you want, you know. Season 2 is almost over. Okay, look at this. Anyway, I guess it's just going to be on my cheek. You know, everything needs hydrating, and I'm just sweating on my beard, but that's fine. You know, that's fine. I can't cry about everything. It's fine. I'm doing great. In other news, before we talk, the topics of today's videos, I haven't even talked about it. I'm gonna give you a book talk hockey drama update, because I've been keeping up with it. Not with the Kardashians, what the fuck? Kardashians, but with this drama. And then we're also gonna talk about Kindle Unlimited a little bit, because I want to explain it, to you guys what that is and my thoughts about it. And I have to say, I didn't really think about it that much since I decided that was going to be the topic. I was like, I'm just going to talk about it. So this is going to be very spontaneous, but with these episodes, I'm always happy when you guys comment your own opinions about the topics that I talk about. And so before we talk about anything, I just want to let everyone know, please follow me on my Goodreads at Honestly Sophie. YT? No, I think it's just Honestly Sophie on Goodreads. It's linked down below. Yes, it's just Honestly Sophie. Because I want y'all to go and like my Fourth Wing review. Because if you don't know, I posted a Fourth Wing review and I talked about the story. I have to take them off. I feel so stupid that I did this. They're just sliding up my face. They did like nothing for me, but whatever. That's fine. We're fine. My Fourth Wing review, you know, I talked about it in my last podcast episode too, where someone posted it on their Instagram and didn't give me credit because they thought I was gonna get hate, but like, bitch, I already do. So my review is Xaden wears skinny jeans, and I can show you now because we have a good camera, or maybe I can't. But you can read that. You can read that, right? It says Xaden wears skinny jeans. Thought it was really funny, and if you couldn't tell, it says I have 468 likes on my review. That's a lot. That's a ton of that. I keep getting likes on the fucking review, and it's insane to me that so many people have liked it, and I'm so happy about it. And so I check it every morning when I get up, and people are still commenting on it and being like, so true, haha, amazing review. So thank you so much for everyone who liked my review, for all 468 people of you who are currently also watching this podcast episode, of course. But I think that's so fun. I think this is my peak. Like, I will never get that many likes on a review again, except if I make the review like the main character wears skinny jeans on every book that I read, but I don't think I'm gonna do that. I did finish Pucking Around. Guys, you know, the book that's gonna be the next review. This is the book that started the whole book talk drama, and I'm gonna post a reading vlog for that, which is, I tried. You know, it's like new for me, new territory. Filming with this camera and filming the reading vlog, I was just kind of filming my reaction to the book as I was reading it. So it's not very like not an in-depth review or me giving proper in-depth opinions about the book. It's just me reacting to the sex scenes, because there's a lot of smut in that, and then I just like go on tangents and stuff like this. So I'm still trying to figure that out. How I'm gonna do reading vlogs in the future, because I do want to do that, but it's trial and error, guys. We're here to learn together, and so that's coming as my video after this, and then the Pucking Around proper review where I sit down and talk about the book and also about the author, because you know, there's some tea on her. There's not really tea on her, but I just want to talk about the author because I think it's really interesting how all of this developed, and that's what we want to talk about. So I finished that book. I gave it 1 star, of course. We knew that. And it was 750 pages of a romance book. No romance book has to be 750 pages. It was that long because they were just fucking the whole time. And I did explain that in my reading vlog. And I will explain it in my review that I'm going to film. That they were just having sex the whole time. And you can see, because it's on Kindle Unlimited, which also fits in today's topic. It's all just revolving around this at the moment. That the chapters were super short. The normal chapters where we're not fucking, but they were doing other things, which wasn't really like a lot. The thing is, if you read this book, if anyone read this book, not you specifically, but if anyone read this book and through that got into hockey, then I'm giving you a side eye, because they played like maybe 50 pages of hockey in the entire book. Hockey was not the priority. I don't know anything about hockey now after reading this book, and this was my first hockey book. So I think that's even more interesting that this whole thing developed after this, because it's not very much hockey. But my 1-star review was let porn be porn, because it was just porn. I was just reading porn. So if you haven't watched my last podcast episode, you're going to be a little bit lost. To recap, the BookTok hockey drama, I think if you're in the book community especially, everyone knows about this at the moment, or at this point, not at the moment, at this point, because so many mainstream people and medias, in German, it's medium, is it? I don't know German that well, not like it's my first language or anything, but a lot of people have talked about it that are very mainstream, and articles have been written and videos have been made with a lot of views. I've seen them, not necessarily watched them, but I've seen them being made. And so I think that's very interesting that all of this blew up so big. And I just want to, I wanted to recap, right? So what happened was, there was a girl on TikTok. Her name is Kiara Lewis. She kept posting videos about a certain hockey team, ice hockey team, because there's also normal hockey, but no one cares about that apparently. Ice hockey team, the Seattle Krakens, after reading this book. I think she read more ice hockey books, ice hockey smut, but this is the book that I just read, is the one that started it all, right? And she read it and she fell in love with it, and she thought it was so slay and so good that she picked the team, the Seattle Krakens, which is a new team, which is interesting because the book also talks, now that I read it, I know the tea, talks about, takes place around a new team that's new this season, and there's also a team called the Krakens in that book, which is also really interesting. Maybe. But we're gonna talk about that in the review, okay? You gotta watch the review, I gotta keep this interesting for you guys. So, I gotta make you watch all my content, okay? This camera was expensive. It was very expensive. So, but I think it's worth its money. Peace and love. I love this camera. I think it's so good. And this is something that you're gonna have for a long time. Because my camera I already had for a long time. This is also a Sony. I didn't even say what it was. It's a Sony CV1. And the camera that I have, or that I still have it, but that I used to film on, is a Sony Cybershot. And I mean, we've had this for over 10 years at this point, and it's still working just fine, and I record with it just fine. So I think that that's really an investment, But to get back to the topic, Kiara posted videos about the players, saying that she wanted to fuck them really bad. She said this is her humor, and I also don't think she was really being serious about wanting to get with these men that had wives, or have wives. Peace and love. I don't think they're divorced. So she was trying to make it a joke, but it escalated to a point where people were feeling uncomfortable. It was just kind of going from the online sphere into the real life sphere, where people were coming to the games and talking to the wife directly and saying these things like, crack my back and your husband is so hot. And I understand that while at first it might seem like fun, it escalated to a point where it was not fun anymore. And now I have to show you my lip balm. This is of course by Rituals. My mom got this for me. Focus. Hello. Ah, there we go. Ah, so cool. And that's why my lips are red, because it has a little bit of color, but I fidget a lot. I just spit at you, I'm sorry. I fidget a lot, and this is the perfect fucking lip balm, because you're gonna be like, okay, can you just open it? No, you can't. You have to press this little button. And then it shoots out like Man in Black. And then you can take it out. And then, there you go. This is so cool. Their lip balms are really good. I have the one without color too, because I do think that it can get a little bit intense. But I love having this and just doing this the whole time, So that's why I have something in my hand, in case you're wondering. Okay, I'm sorry. Went into the real life sphere, the whole drama. And so Kiara was kind of the perpetrator, I think is the right word, of all of this. She started the whole thing, or through her it got really big, because she is a TikToker, a booktalker with 1 million followers, okay? Peace and love. We know. And the wife of one of the players was feeling really uncomfortable. She made a lot of videos about him. And so she came out on Instagram without talking to Kiara first and said, I'm uncomfortable. I want this to stop. Please be more respectful. I love the booktok community, but this is just like getting too much for me. And she never said Kiara's name specifically. She never said, oh, Kiara is the reason I feel uncomfortable. She did include screenshots in her Instagram story that were from Kiara's video, and you could see Kiara's name in one of the screenshots. So Kiara made this all about herself, said, why is she calling out my name like this? The team unfollowed me, she never reached out to me. I reached out to her, she didn't answer me. I said in my video before, this is like a really long recap, but our recap's supposed to be short. Anyway, I said in my video that I think all of the parties involved were kind of wrong or went wrong about this, but just looking back at it, I think that Kiara handled it so poorly. You have to keep in mind that that woman is a 27-year-old woman. Her frontal lobe is fully developed. Mine isn't. Yours is, okay? And she was so immature about the situation because she wasn't specifically called out. Of course she felt called out because her name was in the story, but it was just like a screenshot and her name was written there, right? But the wife wasn't saying, oh, Kiara is a bitch or something. She pulled the race card. She was like, this is a Karen coming after a black creator, called the wife a delusional bitch, allegedly, in her live stream, and was just screaming a lot about it and made a lot of videos about it without ever saying, okay, maybe this was inappropriate and maybe I should have handled it differently. And that's what I was thinking, like, she just went about it so poorly, immediately coming onto TikTok because she felt wronged and she felt betrayed by the team. And instead of like reaching out to them and being like, what can we do about the situation, deleting her post, because interestingly enough, she still has all of the posts up on Instagram and on TikTok. Now I'm saying all, I actually don't know if it's all, but just if you go onto her TikTok page, you can still find videos about the Kraken team, and you can still find her posts about it on Instagram when she was invited to one of the games, because she was actively invited, like they were playing into it at the beginning, right? And I think that's crazy. Like, why didn't you delete it? Why is it still on? I would be embarrassed. I would delete it. And I don't know if I would have reacted the same way. And I think she just reacted really poorly, in poor taste. Is that what you say? Because she should have just waited it out and tried to reach out to the team and then made a video or a fucking notes app statement like she ended up doing, where she could have said, we figured it out. I'm sorry if I made anyone feel uncomfortable. That's not what I was trying to do. This is my humor. But I respect the wife and I respect the players and I will not be continuing with this behavior. You know what? You know what's funny? That was like an apology post, right? And I study marketing at university, and one of my friends was asking me the other day, she was like, what do you want to do with your degree when you finish? And I was like, I don't actually know. I think I want to do something book related. I think just like marketing is so interesting, right? I just think Kiara also works for a marketing company, as far as I know, by the way. So we all are the marketing girlies. We all have to unite, but not with you. Sorry, don't like you that much. But she was talking to me like, what do you want to do when you finish? And I was like, I don't really know. I still have some time to go. It's not like I'm finishing next semester or anything. And she was like, oh, you know what I think you should do? You should be like the person responsible for making apologies. I was like, what? Like, why the fuck would I want to do that? I don't want to do that. I don't want to be involved. She was like, you should be the person writing apology video scripts for people. And so that just reminded me of that when I was like, she should have posted that. I don't think I would be good at that. And I hope I never get into the situation where I have to make one, right? Like, I hope I don't know why. I think I should just become a full-time author. You guys know I don't want to work. I want to be a housewife. You know, you gotta be open about it. I don't want to go to work. I fucking hate working. I just like doing my little silly thing, my little silly YouTube thing. So that's what we're doing. Interestingly enough, which is something I say a lot, I've noticed, but it is interesting. I followed the situation kind of closely, semi-closely, looking if she posted anything on Instagram, on TikTok after the situation. She did go private on her Instagram for a little bit, Kiara, and eventually returned, making her Instagram public again, posting on it. So I don't know if she posted anything while she was private, but I do know, and I didn't see anyone talk about this, because I looked up on TikTok and on Twitter if people talked about this, and I didn't find anyone, so either I just didn't find it or no one did. But at some point, before she went on this little like 3-day break where she didn't post anything and she went private on Instagram, she posted a screenshot from a DM that she got on TikTok. and you just have to trust my word, because I didn't take a screenshot and I hate myself for it, okay? Because I didn't think she was gonna delete it, but, you know, I know better now. If this ever happens again, I will take a screenshot. She took a screenshot of a DM that someone sent her. The name of the person was, of course, not censored. It was out there. And it was something along the lines of, you should be ashamed of yourself. BookTok would be a better place without you. It was a little paragraph. It was a little bit more than that. But that was like the gist of what the person said. And Kiara responded to that DM and just said, alright, I'll just go die, I guess. Implying that she's just gonna kill herself, like, or something like that, you know? Allegedly. Not allegedly, she did answer something like that and post a screenshot on her TikTok, and then she just posted that screenshot without anything else, no sound, no caption as far as I'm concerned, kind of just probably at a bad place, wanting to show that that's what was the kind of messages she was getting, which I have said before, we are the Book Hater Club, right? We're all part of the Book Hater Club, but we're not part of the book... No. Stop. I wanted to sound smart. We're not part of the People Hater Club. We don't hate on people except if they deserve it, like Colleen Hoover. But Kiara, I don't think she deserved the hate that she was getting, even though she did handle it so absolutely, I want to say poorly, but like she handled it like shit, in my opinion. And if you're a marketing girly, you should know better, you know? Let me write your apology next time. But she did delete the post eventually. I don't know how long it was up. And I hate myself for it. I wish I could tell you guys. I don't know. And people were commenting in the comments. They were just like being very affirming, and not of the message that the person said, but very of her, like saying, oh, don't listen to the haters, blah, blah, blah. We love you so much. And then she deleted it and came back a few days later saying like, you know me. I'm back and I'm better than ever, or something like this. She didn't really say that, but she did make her Instagram public again, and then she posted like a few pictures, and the last one, well, it said, her caption was "Get back to your purpose." It's still up on her Instagram, by the way. Her name is Kiara Lewis 1, because Kiara Lewis was already taken, and it's Kiara Lewis with an underscore, so, you know, she didn't have that many. Just like, I'm so sorry. I think numbers in usernames is so tacky. I'm sorry, right? But that just gives me like middle school vibes. Like me when I was 14 and putting my fucking birthday behind everything, you know? Oh, 301, bitch! I don't know why I did this. I'm not Albanian, but whatever. January 3rd, Capricorn. So that's what I did when I was younger. On Snapchat and everything, you know what I mean? Oh, thank God you could change your name on Snapchat like sometime 2 years ago, or 3 or 4. I don't remember, but I definitely fucking did that immediately because I had a really, you know what my name was? It was Adoring Lukey. On fucking Snapchat, it was Adoring Lukey, and you know who Lukey is? Luke Hemmings from 5 Seconds of Summer. Because I loved him so much. I still love him. I love Luke Hemmings, you know. I don't listen to 5 Seconds of Summer anymore. I did when I was 14, but Luke Hemmings, you have my heart. Call me. I think he's engaged or married. Don't call me. I also have a boyfriend. You know? So, that's a different topic. Whatever. That's like so unnecessary. I wanted to say, she had a post on her Instagram, and the last slide of it was a bunch of inspirational quotes in there, but the last one was a quote by Morgan Richard Oliver. I think he might be French because there is an extra I in it, or American because America likes to add random letters into the fucking names. She underlined the first sentence, and it says, letting people be wrong about you. That's what she underlined. And the rest of the quote goes, letting people be wrong about you or a situation while keeping your peace and focus is the most misunderstood power move you will ever make. Thank you, Morgan Richard Oliver. Maybe it's a woman. That's the quote by them. So, I think this is really interesting. Especially the letting people be wrong about you, underline. What was wrong? You were being disrespectful as fuck. Bitch, to the wife? You know what I mean? Like calling her delusional bitch. And shit like that. The way you handled the situation was ass. And you never came out after it, after your little break, to be like, to reassess and be like, okay, I did this wrong. I just want to say I'm sorry that I ever made anyone feel uncomfortable. I feel misunderstood. I feel disrespected, but I should have reacted differently. You never took a moment to sit your ass down and make that video because you don't believe that you were in the wrong. She doesn't believe she was in the wrong. She believes that people are wrong about her or a situation, and she was keeping her peace and focus. I don't think you were keeping your peace and focus when you came out on TikTok and were screaming like, I just found out the Seattle Krakens unfollowed me. I don't know what to do now. That's not keeping your peace, girl. That's being very emotional and angry. You know? So I thought it was really interesting. When I read this quote, I kind of snorted. I was like, pfft. That's not snorting. That's like, I was like, I don't really know. I don't want to make sounds now. But that was really interesting. And then on her TikTok, she also posted a video, which I think she did intentionally because we are marketing girlies. This has nothing to do with marketing. She posted a video and it kind of flopped. It's interesting to me because it's like a video about a book. Who's Gonna Buddy Read One Last Rainy Day With Me is the book she was gonna read or is reading. I don't really know. And the reason I find this interesting is because it says my apology above her head. And it's very much, it was like 1 or 2 videos after her coming back video where she didn't address the elephant in the room. So people who see that are probably going to think like she's going to apologize for the Kraken situation, right? Like, that's why she would do that. That's why people do that shit. I'm going to show you the screenshot because I don't want to put it up on screen. Right here. My big ass iPad. Like someone's dad. Sorry, this is what I take my notes on. See? Look at the screen. It says, my apology. Above her head. This is her. Sorry, this is kind of an unfortunate screenshot. I'm sorry, girl. You're kind of pretty, but kind of pretty. That was really mean of me. She is pretty, but oh, that's what it says. So I thought that was interesting because it was right after her coming back video. She got into a little bit more of a controversy because her pay sheet was leaked, or her specs is what people called it. I don't know the terms for it. And it's basically a DIN A4 Seite, which is just a page of her DIN A4. Do you even have these measurements in America in English? Probably. I just don't know them. It's just a normal page size. DIN A4 is just a normal page. Of her kind of pitching herself to clients that are interested in her making content for them. So that page included the packages that she offers for people who are interested in her services. And she got into a lot of hot water for that because the cheapest package is $20,000. 20,000. And you want to know what she offers for that? I'm going to tell you after I charged my camera and ate some tomato mozzarella and watched some The Summer I Turned Pretty. Be right back. I did find Kiara's spec sheet on TikTok, so I was lying. I was like, the cheapest one is $20,000. That's the most expensive one. Imagine the cheapest one being 20,000, but it's still insane. So what I meant, so you can visualize this, look at me, okay, is this, and this is a TikTok screenshot, right? Because someone posted on TikTok. Wait, I don't know what to do, guys. Can you see? This is the like page, right? And she just introduces herself as a content creator, and it says about me, and then it talks about her in third person, which I'm not sure why it does that. Why is it talking about her in third person? I'm going to read it out to you so you know about her. It says, Kiara's mission in life is to bring laughter and joy to all who encounters her energy. Whether she's reacting to her favorite books or simply sharing her experiences with the world, it is simply not... Guys, I'm sorry. It says, it is simply impossible. It is impossible. Oh my god, why am I not reading? You know, there was one guy in high school. I was with him in all my classes. You know, German school works a little bit different than American high school, because I think when people think of high school, they always think of American high school. And so I was with this dude for literally, basically, all of my 13 years of school because he went to the same elementary school as me. But the point is, I was also with him in French class and in German class, of course. And he, for some reason, was always picked on to read out loud. And I don't know why, because he would read things out, whether German or French or English. It doesn't matter what language he had to read. And he would, when he read something wrong, he would actively comment on it. He would read and be like, what? You know what I mean? And he just wasn't good at reading out loud. I don't know, that's how I feel right now. It's still a running gag with my boyfriend and I, because he also experienced this. And whenever I'm like making jokes about reading out loud, he's like, oh, like this one dude from high school? I was like, yeah. Exactly like him. So now you know too. It says, it is impossible not to feel her exuberance for life. That is a very big word. She's built a community of over 1 million followers and has worked with several New York Times bestselling authors, supporting their success in reaching the top 10 Amazon bestseller list. Which implies to me that they are saying, whoever wrote this, I don't know if she wrote about herself in third person, or if she has like a management, that she is the reason that some authors make the top 10. Do you think that's true? I don't know if that's true. There's no proof for me right now. So allegedly, Kiara, I don't know if that's true. I do know she's a Colleen Hoover #1 stan, which is like her biggest red flag. And the first that should have told everyone that she was weird. So, what is up with this? It's the same energy as her saying that she made the Seattle Krakens, the hockey team, popular. Get off your high horse. She has insights. She has 60 book club members. I think that's like a Patreon where she posts more private discussions and they pick her next read and you buddy read with her, and then her follower amount. And then the most interesting part, of course, is the packages. She has 4 packages and the cheapest one is $8,000. Sorry guys, I was exaggerating with $20,000 being the cheapest. $8,000. I don't think I've ever had like $8,000 just on my account. Just like, you know. So for $8,000, I want to keep saying euros, but we're in America, of course. She reads an excerpt of your book on her TikTok for 30 seconds. 30-second TikTok, she reads an excerpt of your book. Consider it, okay, if you're trying to get popular. And then, if you have a little bit more to spend, package number 3, for $16.5... Guys, what the fuck is going on? $16,500. She posts 2 TikTok reaction videos. They're between 25 and 45 seconds. It depends, you know. Depends if you put a little bit more on top of it. Maybe she's gonna do longer. Package number 2 for $17,500. 2 TikTok reaction videos and 2 Instagram stories. That's a good deal. That's a bomb deal. But the best deal, of course, is the one for $20,000. The package number 1. 3 TikTok reaction videos and a book club pick. So she promotes it on her book club on her Patreon or whatever the book club is, and reads it with her followers or some shit like that. 20,000, an easy 20,000. And I thought this was insane. Okay, 8,000 I already think is insane just because that's money is so crazy to me. Capitalism is so crazy. No, but $8,000 is so much. I keep wanting to say bucks. I don't know why. It's just the English in me. I don't know. It's just American in me. The 1 a.m. Sophie. She's a little bit different. So, I was talking about this with my boyfriend. Because it's always interesting to get the insights from someone who genuinely doesn't give a single fuck about this. You know, he does not give a single fuck about this whole thing. And I asked him, or not, I didn't ask him, I just told him the story in the car, and he was like, what's your problem with this? And I said, I don't really know, I just think like $20,000 is so much. And he said, Sophie! So I'm sitting in my car, I'm driving, he's next to me, he goes, Sophie, listen to me. I say, what? He goes, there's a market for this. And if people are willing to pay $20,000, good for her. I said, no, you don't know the situation. You don't know the situation, but he's right? If there are people or companies, which I don't know who would, who are willing to pay $20,000, then she's gonna ask for $20,000. And I even saw someone comment, and that might be bullshit, under a video where they were talking about this, that $20,000 is like lowballing because she has such a big audience. She could ask for more. I want 20,000 euros. I don't know how much $20,000 is in euros. Let's Google that so I have a better deception of this. Dollar in euro. please. $18,393,000.30. Okay, that of course gives me a better perception of this. That's not that much money, you know. Now I don't even want it anymore. Bitch, I would 20,000. I would like the things I would do for $20,000 for 18,393 euros and 30 cents. The things I would do, honestly, that's so much fucking money. But good for her. The thing is, like, is she getting this? You know, you gotta ask yourself, like, just because she's asking for this and offering this, are people actually paying for it? Because then people came out and were saying, oh, she's not been disclosing that it's a paid partnership when it is a paid partnership, which is, of course, a crime. That's illegal. You're not allowed to do that. You have to disclose whenever you're promoting something and you were paid for it. But I don't know if people are lying about that. I don't know how they want to prove that she was paid and she didn't just promote it because she wanted to. Because I'm sure she also has promoted posts on her TikTok. So the question, of course, is who is the person that paid $20,000? The person, the one singular person. Who are the people who are willing to pay $20,000 for this? Where are they? Why are they not giving me money? Is the better question. So that is it with Kiara. As I said, the review for the book that started this whole drama is coming, along with a reading vlog, where we'll also dive a little bit more into the author, because she made like 50,000 statements about the fucking case. Like, this is a legal thing. About the events that took place, and she's a little bit weird. Peace and love, Emily Rath, when you're watching this. She's not gonna watch this. I hope she doesn't. Keep doing your queen. I couldn't figure out how old she was. You guys know I hate when I can't figure out how old people are. Not that I'm ageist or anything, but I just like knowing, especially when I get a certain vibe, and you can already guess what vibe I got from this book. America, millennial. I can't even say them anymore because I keep saying them for every fucking book, but it's true. It's true, I'm sorry. Ugh, the book was so bad, guys. I can't wait to talk about it. I can't wait to make the review. Even though I think the review is maybe gonna be a little bit weird. Not weird, but just they're just having sex the whole time. There's like no plot to critique. It's just me read. And if you want my reaction, live reaction to the sex scenes, you know, you gotta watch the reading vlog. And then if you want the plot to be critiqued, you have to watch the fucking review. Emily, watch it and learn. Ugh, I don't know if she's a full-time author. I don't want to work anymore. I want to be a full-time author, but then I would have to write, and that's of course the issue. But if I wanted to start writing, I could start on Kindle Unlimited. Oh my god, that was a really good segue. Kindle Unlimited is what we're going to talk about now, because I don't want to do this for too long, because you know it's late. I want to go to bed, and I want to figure out where the fucking last episode of To All the Boys. No, that's the wrong one. Summer I Love. The Summer I Loved Before. The Summer I Turned Pretty, where the last episode is. But it's by the same author. They're both based on books by Jenny Han. Or, is that her name? I don't actually know her name. I never read either of those books. They're romance, contemporary, guys. You know I'm not gonna read them. Though I do like contemporary books for some reason. Sophie. I never call myself Sophie. Ugh, I hated that. My name is Sophie. That's how you say it in German. So, but every time I hear that, I just think of House of Castle, which is of course my favorite movie, where he goes, I only watch it in German, of course. German dubs are superior. He goes, Sophie, Sophie, aber du bist schön. When she's depressed that she's ugly. Whenever I'm depressed, I watch that scene to feel better. That Howl is calling me cute. I'm kidding. But it is my favorite movie. But let's talk about Kindle Unlimited. Ugh, I love Howl's Moving Castle. It's the only poster that's still up on my wall. Along with the Jujutsu Kaisen one. Everything else fell off, just like this. It doesn't stay on, it just falls off, and then I get too lazy to put it back up, so, you know. You just gotta look at me, don't look at the background. So, Kindle Unlimited. I don't know how many of you guys have Kindle Unlimited and have a Kindle. It's just because you have a Kindle doesn't mean you need to have Kindle Unlimited, because that is of course a subscription by Amazon, where I saw people say it's a Netflix for books. So you pay a monthly fee, I think it's $9.99, and then I don't think that's it anymore. I think it's a little bit more expensive now. Because what I saw, it was like, I have to pay 15 euros. I have it for free at the moment. They had a trial when I got my Kindle, where you got it for free for 3 months. But $15 is a lot. But like, I'm a YouTuber, so I kind of make that, you know what I mean? So Kindle Unlimited, of course, subscription. It started in 2014, which isn't that long ago. Only 10 years. Only 10 years, guys. 2014 was 10 years ago. This is what it feels like to get old. I do use sunscreen though, so I don't get any wrinkles, so maybe you can't tell. So you can get 10 books for free, or at one time 10 books in your library if you have Kindle Unlimited and you don't purchase them. So you're just basically borrowing them like from a library, and you can only do that for 10 books, and if you reach 10 you have to return one. You can't have it in your library anymore, and then you can get a new one. Okay? So it's like a library. Of course you can purchase them too, you can pay money for them, but who the fuck does that if they have Kindle Unlimited? Maybe you do. I don't know. I don't want to judge you. Sorry. Take it back. And mainly on there, sorry, I have to look at my notes because I wrote this like a while ago. There are self-published books, of course, so it's great for indie authors or people who can't get a fucking book deal. And that is why there are so many trashy books on there. Peace and love. Like, that is... this is a program, and as far as I understood it, you just sign up and you sign over your rights, the rights to your book, to Amazon, for like, we'll talk about it in a second, and then you can just publish your book on Kindle Unlimited and get paid from it. And that's why there's so many books on there by people who you've never heard of before, and they've even maybe published like 20 fucking books, because they just can on Kindle Unlimited, you know what I mean? I'm not sure if they have to pay a fee actually to upload / maybe they probably do, but I think that if they get paid, it just automatically gets subtracted, like the Amazon fee, because obviously they are gonna demand some money from you if you publish with them through the Kindle Direct program. And authors are paid each time a Kindle Unlimited subscriber reads their book past the 10% mark. So just because I download a book from Kindle Unlimited doesn't mean they're gonna get money. If I bought it, they would get money. Obviously, they get royalties, but just because I have it in my library doesn't mean they get any. Because I do have the other book by Carissa Broadbent, whose book I just reviewed, the vampire book. She has another book called Daughter of No Worlds. It's also in Kindle Unlimited, and I have that in my Kindle library, in my Kindle library from Kindle Unlimited, but I haven't read it. I haven't read it past the 10% mark. I don't know if they like rate how fast you're reading, or if they're like analyzing if you're just clicking the page, because that you could do that, you know what I mean? But probably they have something that checks that, so I hope they do. The model favors you can tell that I'm reading something, right? I would never talk like this. The model favors lengthier works and raises questions about fair compensation for shorter novels or novellas. Oh my god. Of course, it favors longer works instead of novellas. I read an interview with someone that publishes through Kindle Unlimited. It was a best-selling author. I forgot her name. Sorry, Queen. Lauren something. You can Google it. And she said that for every 1,000 pages read, authors get between $4 and $5 bank, which is good, I think. But of course, 1,000 pages, maybe that's a lot of pages. You know, the book that I just read had 750 pages. So you can do the math, because I can't. I failed math. An example would be a 250-page book. The Kindle Unlimited payout would be $1.16 if you finish that book. So that doesn't make any sense with the point that I made earlier, that if you read 1,000 pages you get $4, but whatever, we're going to ignore that because that's what the person said in the interview. And if you price the same book at $4.99 to sell, the royalty on a purchase it's like me giving a presentation, like I'm looking down at my notes, like I don't want you to notice I'm keeping eye contact. So if you get for a 250 page book, which is like short in my opinion. I think a normal length book is like 400 pages, right? So 250 pages is like on the shorter side. You get through Kindle Unlimited, if the person finished the book, $1.16. And if you were about, oh my god, shut up. I'm starting to speak German. If you were to publish this book for $4.99 for someone to purchase just from Amazon, then you would be paid $3.49 regardless of them finishing it, because they bought it. You know, they purchased. You don't care if they're gonna finish it. And through Kindle Unlimited, you have to wait until the person finishes it, or reads past a certain mark. If the book is longer, you know, that's why It favors longer novels because then you're gonna get more money. To whatever, I don't know what I was saying. You get the point, right? Please say that you got the point. Okay. Another contra point is the 90-day exclusivity, because I didn't know this, but if you publish with Kindle Unlimited, you basically tell Amazon, okay, I'm not going to publish my book anywhere else for 90 days. I'm not going to give it like away for a free download or sell it as paperbacks or anything. Amazon has the rights to your book for the first 90 days. After you publish it, which I wasn't aware of. That's a long time. During that period, your books cannot be available or on any other platform. If you have a lot of readers on Apple iBook or on Barnes & Noble, do they have an app? Who the fuck reads on the Barnes & Noble app? It's if I read on the Thalia app, bitch. Who the fuck does that? Peace and love. They have their own e-reader. I know they have their own fucking e-reader, but why would you get that and not a Kindle? You know? Kindle has way more variety. Okay. Sorry. Didn't want to go on a tangent. It's not that deep. Peace and love. Those readers will not have any access to the book for 90 days. Oh my god. Printed copies are not subject... Oh, but I lied. I said you can't sell the book as a printed version, but you can. Printed copies are not subject to the exclusivity agreement with Amazon in Kindle Unlimited. So you can sell printed versions within the 90 days. Let's all take some water, please, because I need a little water break. That's the tea with Amazon and the exclusivity. I didn't know about this. So the person in the interview was also saying like there's different strategies. Like there's a whole fucking strategy behind it. Because to me, with a lot of Kindle Unlimited books, it just feels like people are just publishing and publishing. Because, peace and love, if you are someone that reads like 100 romance books a year, you're not picky. You're not picky. And so that's kind of what the authors, the Kindle Unlimited authors, take advantage of, I think. They know their readers are not that picky. And then they just publish a lot of like the same formula books, which is the epidemic of Kindle Unlimited and BookTok, of course, as we know. Because people are like, oh my god, the best books on Kindle Unlimited, and it's just the same book in a different font over and over again. And that's why so many people read 100 books a year, okay? Because I see a lot of people that feel bad when people post their reading wrap-ups and they're like, I read 50 books this month, and everyone's like, I read 2. Or 1.5, like me, you know, I don't read that much, which is amazing when you have a booktube channel, as we already figured out. And that's because the people are not that picky, and the books that they read are not that long, which is not a big deal, peace and love. That's fine, okay? I'm not trying to comfort anyone where that's their preference, because it's your fucking preference, you know, who the fuck cares? But just for people who felt bad for themselves, you know, that you're not reading that much, don't worry. They're just reading the same thing over and over again. Peace and love, of course. You know, we know we're only here for peace and love. But you know what I was thinking about? And then I got really mad because I was thinking to myself in my head, I didn't tell anyone about this, that I think if you buy a book, the physical form, you should get a QR code to download the ebook, because ebooks are always cheaper. But I don't know why I should have to. If I already have the physical version, why do I have to fucking pay for it again if I want the ebook, and the ebook is cheaper? And I was like, we should put QR codes into books and like vacuum seal them or something, so they can only be activated once, the QR codes, and people don't take advantage of this in the store, you know? And because my boyfriend, his textbooks for uni, they have this feature. This really cool feature where they have QR codes and you can access the book online after you purchase it, which is so nice. And then I went on Twitter the next day and someone had the same idea. I had it by myself, okay? I didn't see the tweet, but someone else said it. So I, just in case you're like, she's copying, no. It was in my head first, okay? And of course, with Amazon in general, you know, fuck Amazon, but with Kindle Unlimited, there's an issue of AI-generated books. And this is a very recent drama where people noticed that most of the, like over 50% of the top 10, no, over 50% of the top 100 Amazon bestsellers were AI-generated. Allegedly, I saw that somewhere. And I don't, you know, I'm, for the most part, against AI. I think as a, like kind of using it as a Google where you can just ask the AI question and it gives you your fucking answer. I think that's great. But AI generated art sucks. Peace and love. AI generated books suck, and it's just like that's such a like crypto bro thing. You know what I mean? Peace and love to all the crypto bros. Actually, no, I fucking hate them. It's something I don't get, and I'm sweating my ass off. Can you tell? Are we all sweating together? Also, I'm losing my hair, guys, because I'm under so much stress from life. But where they're like, do you want to be your own boss? Do you want me to tell you how to be your own boss? Generate a book with AI and publish it on Amazon, and you don't have to publish the print version and blah blah blah. And that's how all the books got into the top 100. And allegedly Amazon is taking action against this and implementing an AI so they can figure out what is AI, or they're just looking more at the reports from people. That being said, fuck Amazon and fuck AI and fuck Kindle Unlimited too, because honestly the books that are on there are kind of shit. Because all the reasons I just listed to you to explain to you what Kindle Unlimited is, you know, those are all reasons why it's so convoluted and anyone can publish anything. And then it just needs to be picked up by one person like Kiara Lewis, who finds a book like Pucking Around that I just read, that started the whole drama, you know, that's what we're talking about. Take it, and it's like very, you know, I don't know if it's good in its niche, because I haven't read erotica. Bitch, I don't want to read that. Let porn be porn, peace and love. I haven't read erotica, so I don't know if it's good in the erotica niche, if it's different from writing that already exists. I think there's probably way worse erotica books than Pucking Around that I read. It was probably like even good compared to some other stuff that's out there. You can always say that about anything. It's good compared to other stuff. But I don't even know what point I'm trying to make. I just think that Kindle Unlimited and peace and love, like, can you realistically make good income from Kindle Unlimited? Because then I'm gonna do it too. Alright guys, I realized I never finished filming last night, and so I'm here to give you a little outro. In case you hear a little audio switch, I was too lazy to set up the microphone. So now this is the camera audio, and before that I was using my microphone audio. And I am also curious to see how the audio is going to be different, so just so you know, okay? Heads up. I wanted to say thank you so much for watching. I don't have anything else to add to the topics I was talking about. Nothing new happened overnight. No new revelation happened to me. I know this podcast episode was a little, maybe a little less exciting than others that I've done, where I've talked about authors and stuff like that, and like more relevant topics that are happening at the time that I'm filming them. But I hope that you still enjoyed this video and this podcast episode, and you could just like maybe chill out, listen to it in the back, which is what I always do with long videos, and that you just enjoyed it. And I do want to thank you, because something relevant to me just happened. I'm gonna show you guys. So I just checked my YouTube Studios, which is the app that YouTubers use to check all of their stats, and as you can see on the top, 2,300, baby. So everyone that's new here, thank you so much for joining the Bookhater Club, period, the Bookhater Club, and the Skinny Jeans Police, which we are also apparently, are not police. We don't have to be the police. We can be the Skinny Jeans, anti-Skinny Jeans Club, you know, that's just part of being a book hater. And thank you for everyone who's been here for a while. I love you so, guys. I'm just all over the place. I love you so much, and I appreciate you so much. Leave topic ideas in the comments down below if I should cover anything specific. It can be an author or a situation that happened in the book community where you're like, I want to know about this. Maybe you've heard about it. Maybe you're like, I kind of remember that this happened. Maybe I should... I kind of want to have Sophie talk about it. I want to have Sophie cover it. And also, tell me what book to read next, because since Pucking Around that I finished a few days ago, I actually haven't started anything new, which is kind of embarrassing to admit, but I haven't picked out my new read, and I don't know what to read. I'm not in the mood for anything at the moment. I'm never in the mood for anything, sadly. But of course, I'm always more than happy about you guys' suggestions. That's a very difficult word for me. And you know, my reading vlog is coming soon, my packing around review is coming soon, and then I need to start reading a new book. At least, like, the latest I can start a new book is when that fucking review goes up, but I kind of want to start something before that, so I have something prepared, you know what I mean? I really don't know what. Sorry, guys. Let me know. Other than that, nothing. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you very much. I appreciate you very much. Make sure to stay hydrated to all my Europeans and everyone else who lives in hot, just not even hot climate, but just make sure to stay hydrated. It's so important. It's so random that I mentioned that. I was like, it's very important, okay? Drink enough. And thank you for watching. I love you very much. Hope you enjoyed this video. Peace and love. And maybe I'll see you in my next one. Bye bye.